If I tell you, for example, that in April, May, the City Engineers Department did an estimate of our major or more critical roads and what it would take to fix them, and that had a price tag of $2 billion. The revenue that is dedicated to fixing roads, drains, gullies, and everything that is road related, we got about $340 million last year. You see the gap. So you see the hill that we have to climb. So what I wanted to do was to talk a little bit about compliance around local rates. Whether it is your places of amusement license, your signs and banners, property tax, or your trade licenses. So let me first talk about your places of amusement license, because many people don't know that if you're doing a party at home, you need a license. If you're doing a barbecue, you need a license. And I must tell you something, and I said, I need to look and see if your fundraiser if you have a license, yes, from the KFC to do that. But as long as you're going to advertise it, you're going to. Thank you very much. As long as you're going to advertise it, you need one. And so let me talk about signs. Let me talk about signs and banners. You want me to quickly move on from that one, right? Let me talk about signs and banners. Persons also don't recognize that if you put up a sign for your business place, you need to come in and get a license for that, a permit we call it. If you are advertising a place of business, an event, or a product, it also requires some interaction with the Kingston and ST.ANDREW Corporation. Property taxes. I think we all know that once you own a piece of property, you need to pay your property tax. But I wanted to share with you some information that we got just this week in terms of the details about what's happening as far as property taxes are concerned. Kingston and ST.ANDREW boasts probably one of the better compliance rates, 62%. Yeah? Which isn't good, as you know. Our target for 2012-2013 was $626 million. I am hoping that we'll be able to achieve that. We are a little behind. We have about $39 million to collect between now and the end of March. And I can guarantee you that we are putting a team on the road to ensure that we can collect that $39.4 million. But even after we have collected that $600 million, we still have an estimated $1.1 billion that we have not collected. And yes, it is true that some of it is uncollectible, because some of it, is attached to properties in different areas where there are no owners or persons have died and it's just there. And so there are some issues, but quite a bit of that is collectible. And so the target that we're setting ourselves for 2013-2014 is $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. And let me tell you why we have to set ourselves a target of $1.5 billion. Because it's going to cost us $1.1 billion to provide the street lights that you need and to ensure that we can take care of the solid waste that you generate. Those are two of the primary purposes of the property tax. But it is the same property tax that we use to do any civic improvement that we're doing. Any community infrastructure that we're working on, it comes from this same source. If we are to do some more roads, I told you we only had about $340 million last year, and we have a price tag of about $2 billion to fix the roads. So for us to fix any more roads than $300 million can cover, we're going to need to ensure that we get more in from our property tax. So why am I coming to you with all these things? I'm coming to you because we expect, as good, loyal, patriotic Jamaicans, you are going to be working with the Kingston and ST.ANDREW Corporation to ensure that we can carry in these rates, that our compliance can improve, so that we can provide better service for you. And I'm the first one to say that since this money pays for our light and pays for our garbage collection and so on, that we are going to need to hold the National Solid Waste Management Authority accountable. And we are going to have to make sure that we are getting bang for our buck. And we are going to have to make sure that they too are reviewing their procedures, their operational procedures, to ensure the greatest level of efficiency. As a matter of fact, I have already said that they are going to have to come to us on account as well. We are going to go out there and collect it, they are going to be paid, but we have been talking about participatory governance, and that participatory governance also requires that agencies like the Solid Waste Management Authority submit themselves to the scrutiny to ensure that you and I are satisfied that this is the best we can get with the dollars that we are paying them. And you will know that we have had 2 town hall meetings so far. We're scheduled to have one shortly, and we're going to be having continuous town hall meetings. I'm thinking, and sometimes it is dangerous to think aloud, but I'm thinking that the kind of scrutiny that is required might very well be done, or should be done, at a town hall meeting. And let me tell you why I say this. I say this because many years ago I sat on the National Solid Waste Management Authority board, and at that time I insisted that they had to come to the council and account. Well, I'll tell you, the first time they came to the council with their budget and we started to discuss it, and council started asking some questions, was the last time they came. And so I want to make sure that we don't have a repeat of that. And this is not information that as a council we want just for us. We want it on your behalf, and so it will be good for you to be there as well to ask those questions. Because I believe that people power demands that level of transparency and that approach to governance. So what can you do? Pay when you should. If you're having a party or a barbecue, call the cases.